Today on the channel, Captain Lou is my spirit animal as we do a little Jakks throwback to Legends Series 1.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for something entirely different. As for the first time ever, we unboxed one of these Legends Series 1 and done figures from Jakks Pacific, and today we got an all-timer if there ever was one, a guy that revolutionized, of course, in the 80s and even the 70s too, the Hawaiian shirt like a young Magnum PI Tom Selleck. We got Captain Lou Albano, but of course, for all your Captain Lou Albano needs, I guess I'm going to say jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. And I did find this one, and I've seen it for years at one of Jay's locations. And it was $7.99, I think it was. $7.99, $8.99. What is time? What is money? Something like that. But there was 25% off sale for Memorial Day. I said, you know what? I'm finally liberating this Captain Lou. I'm going to pick this up. It's been a heck of a long time as these came out in, I want to believe, early 1997. And I remember going to Toys R Us and seeing this, seeing Jimmy Snuka, seeing Andre the Giant, but no Classy Freddie Blassie for some reason. I picked all of them up except for Classy Freddie Blassie at the time. A couple years later, during the Great Purge, So Hard to Say Goodbye, Zero Edition, and we'll cover that one day on the channel. I've been threatening it for 5 years. We will one of these days. Maybe we won't. Maybe I'll keep you guessing. Who knows? But this Captain Lou I picked up back then, and I was extremely disappointed with this line. I guess we'll talk to it a little bit more as we go through on this one here. And of course, we're going to go through it, and we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We might even dial up the Captain Lou hotline, see what the captain's up to. What? Todd McFarlane, he's dead? Oh, Captain Lou's dead. I knew. I was just playing anyways. I already knew that, but thanks for the assist, Todd McFarlane. But here it is. Damaged, beat up packaging. That's okay. It's an opener. But I remember seeing these on the shelf, these big figures, and I remember being very excited, especially the Andre the Giant. You got to put yourself back in this time frame. Just Toys, Bendham's, ruined the game for me personally. I wasn't a Bendham's guy. The Hasbro's went away. There was that lull. It was a dark lull, and those Bendies weren't doing it for me. Then Jakks Bone Crunchers came. By this time, we were probably at Series 2, maybe late Series 1. I'm not sure. But then these came on the shelf, and I was excited because even as a kid, I liked the Legends. I liked the new stuff. I liked all wrestling. I liked all wrestling figures. So I was very excited about this line. But then I kind of came to realize when I got these home, these aren't quite action figures. And you can tell from the package, okay, maybe they don't rotate, they don't do a lot of stuff, but I don't need a lot of movement out of Captain Lou. However, the scaling a little bit taller, the figures a lot more statue-like, like we saw with Unmatched Fury many years later from Jakks. This is kind of the forerunner of that in a lot of ways. And it was a really cool idea at the time to get some Legends like a Captain Lou and Andre the Giant. Just didn't kind of work out if you were a player out there, that's for sure. But a displayer, you're a displayer, hey, that'll work with this one here. But very cool packaging, a little bit beefy, of course. For ages 4 and up, you 3-year-olds, you can't handle Captain Lou, I'm telling you. Old school Jakks logo on the side really hits you right there. Legends Series 1, and I don't think they ever did a Series 2. I don't think so. But we do got the big window box here. Probably would have been cool for an autograph in this day and age. I don't know if anybody has a Captain Lou like this autographed. If they do, it's probably not in a paint pen, so it's probably all faded away on the marker. But you got Captain Lou locked in there. You got the background. You got all that going on. Made in China, of course. On the top, Legends Series 1. And then on the back, there's that cross-sell. And I just remember being so excited for that Andre the Giant and then realizing he was absolutely nothing in my fig fed. He couldn't do anything. He was too big. I was also excited for the Snuka at the time. I thought that would be cool there. Once again, just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And these disappointed me so much, I never even gave these thought. I'd see these around. I remember these at KB more. Maybe your mileage may vary, but Mankind, Undertaker, Stone Cold, and Goldust, I easily passed on all 4 of those. Didn't want anything to do with them then. Don't want anything to do with them now. That's what we're saying. And can I get Captain Lou out? We got some old tape. That's for sure. See you later. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, taped on the side. This thing has been there for years. They also had Freddie Blassie. In hindsight, I should have picked it up. He was like $7.99 too. Freddie Blassie, no shirt, trunks, and a sombrero. That's a party waiting to happen. I should have picked that one up. Maybe I'll wait for next year on the next year 25% off sale. Got a little plastic piece. See you later. A little frisbee action. Captain Lou coming right out of the package. Right out of the package there. Up high. See you later. Captain Louis Albano. Somebody call the hotline. But we got Captain Lou here. Captain Lou Albano out of the package. So very disappointing when I got home with this as a kid and I opened this up and this is exactly how it went. Same thing with Andre, same thing with Jimmy Snuka. I said, wait a minute. As I assumed, and you know what happens when you assume, Todd McFarlane especially does know, but you know, you look at it, you see it in the box, like, oh, I can play with this, I can take it out. This is a statue. He's not coming out, he's not doing anything, and Captain Lou is just stuck in place right here. So extremely disappointing. I was like, well, the Andre and Snuka, I was going to have them wrestle. I can kind of get away with Captain Lou managing, but pretty much a big bummer if you were a kid expecting a little bit more out of this. And I don't know a lot of young kids out there that were looking for a Captain Lou to display, a Jimmy Snuka to display, possibly an Andre the Giant, but that Andre was so mega-sized, gigantic, it just seemed like from a different toy line. So it was very disappointing across the board in this Legends series here. But I was excited for Captain Lou because even back then in elementary school, I've been rocking the Hawaiian shirts. I even started rocking the Hawaiian shirts before the country western shirts. I wasn't into country western shirts until high school. I was into the Hawaiian shirts before then. And then metal shirts, wrestling shirts, everything else mixed in throughout. But man, oh man, this Captain Lou was playing a lot of hits for me. And unfortunately, led me down a road of pure disappointment. And it's not even the best era of Captain Lou here. This is more of a modern day, 1997, 96 Captain Lou is what this looks like here. He's got an interesting, I would know it's Captain Lou though. You could also double as maybe Chuckles from the G.I. Joe team's dad. They got about the same Hawaiian t-shirt on right there. Now there is articulation on this as you do get the hands or the arms back and forth, side to side, up and down. You do get, no, I was going to say I thought I remembered head, but nope, that's it. Just the arms. You can do this with each arm. That's it. That's all the articulation you need for Captain Lou. You got the poster in the background. Not even the same Captain Lou in the background. That's also disappointing. Okay, you're giving us Captain Lou. At least make it look like the Captain Lou back here. This is like British Bulldog era Captain Lou. This is like comeback Captain Lou with the head shrinkers that nobody asked for and nobody wanted. Blue pants down here. He's got some white shoes going on, the Hawaiian shirt. Got a cross around there. Got that hairy chest, man. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of him and Magnum P.I. and Razor Ramon, those guys with that beautiful fur here. And I just don't got it. I just don't got any of that fur. It's all on my face for some reason. Maybe I should shave it down and tape it on here. I don't know, because ladies love luxurious chest hair. Let me tell you, they love to run their hands through that. So I've been told, or maybe I just made that up right now. I don't know. You guys tell me. But very well endowed Captain Lou in the chest hair department for sure. He does got the beard going on, got the rubber bands on there, got the rubber bands on the face, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose and a mouth, playing all those Captain Lou hits. And he's got like a 1950s like greaser haircut going. Like he should be, washing dishes in an old diner somewhere in New Jersey or something. That's what he looks like there. He's also got a little side bend to him. He's a little off to the side, doing a little poking. He's poking around, that's for sure. And he also can put his fingers up to his brain like he's Bobby the Brain Heenan. I will say the hands very gummy on this for whatever reason. Everything else very hard plastic. So just a strange thing. I'd love to hear the reason for this and who thought this was an amazing idea way back in the 90s that, you know what, let's do a line of Legends. And I'm sure somebody said, oh, you got my interest. Hey, Todd, you should come over here and we should role play this. I'll be the guy selling it. You be the buyer. It'd be fun to do, but Todd gets camera shy, but it would be fun to do a little role playing. I feel like I'd be at my day job here is what we'd be doing. But somebody came into the offices wherever and said, I got the greatest idea. Let's get Legends wrestlers. And they were probably like, oh, that's a great idea. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And I believe this line does predate Jeremy Padower for those keeping track at home. Before he stepped into Jakks. I think he was at Mattel at the time over here, for those keeping track at home once again. But can you imagine going in there and I got this great idea for Legends? Well, that sounds good. Let's put them on a base with a backing card and not have them playable or anything like that. Let's try that. Let's see what's going on. I almost wonder if they were taking some cues from Todd McFarlane. I can't remember when did McFarlane Toys start. It was around that time. That might have been 98 maybe. Maybe it was around that time. It was probably around 97. They said, but McFarlane's doing some things over there. Let's, of course you compare Todd McFarlane and Spawn figures, the Spawn universe, to Captain Lou Albano, of course. Why wouldn't you? It's a natural tie-in, of course. But I just can't imagine saying, hey, this is going to sell. Let's put this at Toys R Us, KB Toys for the kids. They're going to want that Captain Lou in their collection. They want an older guy in a Hawaiian shirt that can't do anything, can't play with. But you know what? Little Timmy, he wants to put that on his nightstand. He's ready to go. He's ready to rock and roll and strut and stroll like a young Marty Jannetty. That's what he's ready to do there. So I don't know. A cool idea in theory. A little bit, I will say, ahead of its time. If this was, 5 to 10 years later, I think there would have been more of a market for something like this. But in 1997, there was absolutely no market. We saw that as these went to deep discount. They were peg warmers for years. And I think the proof is in the pudding that Series 2 never ended up coming out. So I think we know the answer of the Captain Lou, Andre the Giant, Freddie Blassie, Snuka, Jimmy Snuka, that is, Series 1. Once again, I may pick up that Freddie Blassie. Now I'm thinking about it. Just something about an old man, no shirt on, trunks and a sombrero. Something like that speaks to me. I don't know why, but it does. I might look into that in the future. But I do got Captain Lou. Where he's going to go, I have no idea. Is what it is. But an interesting piece of business. A little bit of the history of wrestling figures right here with Captain Louis Albano, Super Mario to some, friend to many, drunk to some as well, manager to the stars to me. But there it is, Captain Lou Albano. What's your thoughts on this one? Was this a pickup for you back in the day? Did you ever have any of these? I think more people had the ripped and ruthless ones. A lot of the same stuff, though. Nothing you can really do with them. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. 2 channels with content every single day. For even more access to videos, more content from both YouTube channels, check out YouTube channel memberships. Check out the Patreon to support the channel. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. SirPaul64 on, of course, Twitter. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. My new podcast every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found. So Captain Lou, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
I'm solid.